Welcome back to Master Your Money and Mindset, where we talk about money as a tool for confidence, clarity, and long-term well-being. Welcome to 2026, everyone. Thank you all for all of your support and all of your comments and all of your questions in 2025. From everybody here at Master Your Money, we are looking forward to another great year of episodes in 2026. Like always, I'm Elizabeth Hiza, CMO of Barnum Financial Group. Today, we are talking about something that comes up just about every January for almost everybody in our world, and that is financial resolutions and how to make them last longer than a few weeks. Because we all know goal setting is really easy. And saying what you want to accomplish on January 1st is very easy. It's the sticking with them that's the real challenge. I know from working in financial wellness for so long that January is a really big year financially. Just like so many people in the world resolve to get in shape, to go to the gym, to eat better, to do all the things. There are so many people out there, 9 people out of 10, who also resolve to be better with their finances in the upcoming new year. That could span from saving more to learning more to maybe start investing, whatever the goal may be. Putting a financial goal together in January is right up there with getting in shape or losing weight. It's a very, very busy month for us in finance, and the financial wellness classes that we offer, they are always the most well attended in January, February, and March. So this is a really big topic for a lot of people, and it does make us happy, and it does warm my heart to hear that there are so many people being so financially focused in the early months of the year. But I really need everybody to stay that way throughout the next 11 months. So hopefully this episode could help with that. So this episode is for anybody and everybody who has any type of financially related goal that they want to achieve in 2026. So just like any resolutions, financial resolutions can fall apart, not because people don't care, but because the goals aren't supported by habits, because people just threw a goal out there and didn't back it up with how they are going to achieve that goal. And that's the key mindset shift, is that it's motivation that will get you started, but systems will keep you going. So it's really easy to be motivated to be better with your finances after Christmas, when you've already spent everything, when the bank accounts aren't looking that great. It's the end of the year. You're ready to start fresh. It's really easy in that moment to be extremely motivated to do something different. But if you don't have systems, habits, processes in place to carry that forward, you are surely going to lose that motivation in the coming weeks. So that's what I want to talk to you about today, is we are going to talk about the habits that can support your goals without overwhelming you. All right. So like everything in our world, and I know I'm a broken record when I say this and when I start by talking about this, but we need to start with clear, achievable goals. That's where everything begins in finance, whether we're talking about building a retirement plan, whether we are talking about building your financial plan, you have to start with the end in mind. So start with clarity, because vague goals such as save more money definitely sounds good, and it maybe will help you sleep better that night, but it doesn't give you the direction you need to actually save more money. So instead, you need goals that are specific, measurable, and time-bound. So a better goal, instead of saying, I'm going to save more this year, a better goal, a more effective goal is, I'm going to build an emergency fund that covers 6 months of expenses by July of 2026. Or I'm going to pay off X credit card balance by the end of the year. Okay, those goals are specific because you know if you achieve them or not. They're measurable. You know exactly what the amount is you need to save for, and they're time bound. You're saying exactly when you're going to get the goal done. So clear goals create focus, and that focus is what creates follow through. So you always want to start with clear and achievable goals. Okay, next, you want to automate as much as you can. One of the simplest ways to make financial resolutions stick is through automation. And luckily now there's no excuse not to automate any type of payment. So when saving or investing happens automatically, you don't have to rely on willpower. You avoid any decision fatigue, which is totally a real thing. You don't want to have to decide how much to save. You don't want to have to decide what account it should come from or what account it should go into. All those little decisions add up and give you what's called decision fatigue, which makes you not want to do anything. But automation can help avoid that. And then automation helps you progress even during really busy months. So when you forget, progress isn't affected. So you can automate transfers from checking into a savings account. You can automate reoccurring retirement contributions. You can automate bill pay. Think of automation as removing the friction between you and that goal. And some people I hear all the time say they don't like automation because they don't feel like they're in control, or they don't trust that it's going to get done, or they don't know if they're going to have enough in their account. All of those, I'm not even going to use the word excuses. All of those reasonings are certainly real, but they are not necessarily always true. And they are standing in the way of you accomplishing whatever goal that you're trying to accomplish. So whatever the reason why you don't want to automate, start small. Start with, and I remember the first time I did it, I started with, I think it was $10 a week. I automated from my checking account into a savings account. $10 a week. Of course, in the beginning, when I did this so long ago, I felt it, it stung, but in a matter of time, you didn't feel it anymore. You got used to it. The money wasn't even there. And pretty soon that $10 a week became 15. That 15 became 20, and so on and so forth. I just kept adding to that number until eventually you see how much you're saving. And now you are truly motivated to continue to save more. But if I didn't automate it, if I had to use my willpower to go in and move that money, it probably would be a different story. Okay, so automate as much as you can, as much as you're comfortable. And if you're not comfortable, just start somewhere and start small until you feel better. So to make resolutions stick, number one, start with clear, achievable goals. And number two, look to see where you can automate as much as humanly possible. Okay, number three, you want to track your spending, but without stress. So you don't need to track every penny forever, but you do need to bring awareness to where your money goes each month. That type of awareness will help you spot patterns. You'll be able to make much more informed decisions and adjustments, and also reinforce positive behaviors, because things probably aren't as bad as maybe you think they are in your head. To do this is pretty simple these days. There's a million budgeting apps up there. I know plenty of people who still love a good old-fashioned spreadsheet or do a monthly review of your statements. Whatever way is most comfortable. You don't need it to be perfect, but you do need to bring awareness to where your money is going. You would be surprised that every time you do a thorough overview of what you're spending, you will find money in that analysis, meaning you will find a subscription that you paid for that you don't necessarily use. Maybe you didn't realize you signed up for something and you're getting charged. Maybe you realize that you were overcharged for something and you need to go get some money back. There will be those little charges in there, and you will be happy that you analyzed it. Every time I go through that exercise, I always find a few dollars that just got kind of wrapped up in something. So again, you don't want to track to punish yourself, but you do want to track to bring awareness. When you see how many coffees you buy every month, or when you see how much you've gone out to eat in a month, it may motivate you to try to stay in a few more, to try to cook at home a little bit more than maybe you originally thought. All of this is just for awareness. Next, you want to focus on your behaviors, not just numbers. And this is where money and mindset really meet. So long-term financial success comes from those small, repeatable behaviors, such as waiting 24 hours before you purchase something. We are all guilty of impulse purchases. So these one-click buys or going to Target with the intention of just picking up laundry detergent and you end with, $100 worth of crap in your cart. Whatever your Achilles heel is when it comes to finances, 9 times out of 10, it's impulsive. So you want to try your best to just wait one day before you make that purchase. And my rule, I load up my Amazon cart and I'll do an Amazon purchase once a week because it allows me to go through my cart and say, I really don't need that. Or, I can do without this, or I'll wait till next time. And it allows me a little bit more control and discipline from what I'm buying. You can also set mini micro goals like saving $10, $20, $30, $40 a week, right? Whatever works for you. But focus on the behavior of just saving money. And that's one thing I do with my kids a lot is whenever they get money from my parents, their grandparents, money from a birthday or some sort of event, the micro habit I'm starting with them is to put half in savings and half in their spending account. So to try to teach them better savings habits, right? But that's a little micro habit that I'm trying to teach them. And then you want to celebrate when you do really well, when you do pay off. My husband and I just paid off a loan and it felt really good to do that. So celebrate that in whatever way that feels meaningful to you, but focusing on the behavior and not just the number will be helpful because small wins build your confidence, and confidence is what builds momentum, and momentum is what will turn that resolution into a routine. Next, as part of your 2026 financial resolutions, meeting with a financial advisor, a financial professional should be on that list because yes, everything we talked about will make a huge difference, but a financial professional can help you align goals with your bigger picture. They can help create a realistic plan and they can help you adjust strategies as life changes. If you are working with one, that's wonderful. If you have a good plan in place, excellent. Definitely make sure that it's on your list to touch base with them. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to either start the process if you haven't met with an advisor, if you have a mental list of reasons why you shouldn't. It's too expensive. I don't have enough money. I'm intimidated. I don't know what I would say. I don't know what I want out of the meeting. Those are, again, all valid, but they're not true. You don't need to have the meeting all figured out. You could simply meet with an advisor and tell him or her that you just want to get yourself in a better place, and they will help put you on a better track. They will help design a plan that fits where you are at the moment, and that will design a plan that fits into your present lifestyle and the future goals. The earlier you meet with someone, the less intimidating it will be down the line. Nobody ever regrets having that first meeting. Nobody regrets having a plan in place. But in our world, unfortunately, we do meet a lot of folks who do regret not meeting with somebody earlier, or not having a plan in place earlier, or not saving as much as they should have. So you won't regret having that meeting on the calendar. If you already are working with someone, that's phenomenal. Get your touch base booked. Get your annual review booked now. Okay. So we talked about setting goals, being clear, making sure they're achievable. They should be specific, measurable, and time bound. We talked about automating as much as possible to avoid decision fatigue and to not rely on your own willpower. We talked about tracking your spending, bringing awareness to what you're spending so you can make adjustments. We talked about focusing on your behaviors, not just the numbers. So what your mindset shifts could do that will help your balance sheet. And then lastly, as always, we talked about meeting with a financial professional. Okay. Doing all of these habits will help your financial resolutions stick. As always, you can count on us at Barnum Financial Group to put you in touch with a financial advisor if you need one, but you can visit us on our website. You can come to any of our workshops for complimentary financial advice and education. So in closing, financial resolutions that stick aren't about doing everything perfectly. They're about doing a few things consistently. So having clear goals, simple systems, and regular check-ins with yourself will make all the difference. When you focus on building habits, not just chasing numbers, that's when you set yourself up for long-term success. And that is how you master your money and mindset. Until next time, my friends, I'm Elizabeth Hiza. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening. You can find all of our information in the show notes, and we will see you next time. Thank you for listening to Master Your Money and Mindset. You can find these episodes on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed what you heard. You can follow Barnum Financial Group on LinkedIn and Instagram. Thanks so much.
All opinions expressed by the program participants are solely their current opinions and do not reflect the opinions their respective parent companies or affiliates or the companies with which the program participants are affiliated. Investments or strategies mentioned in this program may not be suitable for you, and you should make your own independent decision regarding them. This material does not take into account your particular investment objectives, financial situation, or needs, and is not intended as recommendations appropriate for you. You should strongly consider seeking advice from your own investment advisor. Securities and investment advisory services offered through qualified registered representatives of MML Investor Services, LLC. Member SIPC, 6 Corporate Drive, Shelton, Connecticut, 06484, telephone number 203-513-6000.